Welcome to Creator Toolbox, a show brought to you by the ServiceNow Developer Program, where we demo new ServiceNow features for every developer's toolbox. I'm Kristy, developer advocate here in ServiceNow, and today I'm joined by a couple of our amazing product managers to talk about some of the newest features for our mobile platform in the Zurich release. But before we get started, we're going to do some quick introductions. So, KK, Stacey, introduce yourselves.
Yeah. Thanks, Christy. Hi, everyone. I'm Karthike Kaul, KK. I'm a senior manager of product managers in the mobile platform team of ServiceNow. Nice to see you all.
Hi everyone, this is Stacey Zhu. I'm a senior inbound product manager on the mobile platform team. Really excited to be here and sharing all of our greatest features on mobile.
Yeah, well, thank you both for coming. And without further ado, I'm going to turn the floor over to you guys to tell us all about what's new in mobile in Zurich.
Perfect. All right. So today we're going to be talking about our latest features to get work done on the mobile platform. Uh, Before we start, just a little safe harbor. This presentation does contain some forward-looking statements, and I want to make sure that you are aware of those and don't take that into account as you're making future, uh, you know, buying decisions. With that done, let's move on to the main topic of the session. Uh, we have four different agenda that we're going to cover today. First, I think I want to start by talking about what is the mobile platform. When we say that, what does that mean? What does it cover? Then we're going to be talking about the latest AI capabilities on mobile and how you can use it. Third, we're going to be talking about our mobile input form. What have we enhanced there, and how does it drive agent productivity? And finally, we have a new feature that is targeted towards mobile developers called Mobile SDK, and we'll be showcasing you what's new there and how does that work for you. So a nice packed agenda, and let's start with the first topic, which is the mobile platform overview. When we say the mobile platform, it actually consists of a suite of mobile apps available on both iOS and Android app stores, and our development tools like our mobile app builder, mobile card builder, etc., that can enable anyone to deploy mobile experiences in their organization with low code or no code development. Mobile platform is a generic platform offering. What does that mean is that when you have access to ServiceNow, you have access to the mobile platform already. You can use our development tools to build things from scratch, or you can use the many of our out of the box workflows that are already available. Use that to your liking or customize it as needed, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that in the later sections. Finally, our mobile apps are always uptaking the latest mobile capabilities. Be it location, camera, barcodes, or even offline access is all available inside our mobile apps for anyone to use. Speaking of the mobile apps, we have two apps that are targeted towards specific personas. The ServiceNow Agent app is targeted towards the fulfiller persona. Think of these as use cases where tasks are assigned to agents on the go. They need to find those tasks, work on those tasks without having to always have access to a desktop when they need to. On the other hand, our Now mobile app is targeted towards the employee persona or the requester persona. This is where you can, log your tickets for IT cases if your laptop is not working, search KBs for company policies, and perform all those actions inside the Now mobile app. Both of these are available within both Android App Store and the Apple App Store, and anyone can use it. Now, what is available inside these apps is dependent on what has been deployed. Now, this could be custom development, or this could be utilizing the out of the box capabilities any of our customers have, which comes brings us to the out of the box experiences. As I said earlier, there are many different out of the box experiences that has been built by internal teams targeting specific persona, specific industry. Any customer looking to build out their mobile solutions, I think we always recommend them to start here first. Take a look at what exists, and if this seems interesting, you can go to the app store and install them. Based on what you have access to, you will have access to one or many of these capabilities, and from there on you can see how much work is needed. In most cases customers are able to use it directly with no customization, or you may need to tweak a little bit to match your internal flows and processes, and this simplifies mobile development and fastens time to value. So this is a quick and short overview of what the mobile platform is.
That's awesome, KK. The one thing I want to call out here too is that um, for those that have been to any of our recent events like Knowledge or CreatorCon, we as developer advocate team built C3 on mobile. So that was a pretty cool experience to be able to use our own mobile platform, which I think is highly underrated, highly underutilized, honestly, within our customer base, and build a really engaging mobile app experience. So I'm excited to see what new is coming in the Zurich release as
Yeah,
well.
I think that is a great call out for those of who were there. This was a very popular app,
Yeah.
and I think it highlights the power of the platform and how different the app looks and behaves. From an app for the enterprise world to an app which is used for looking up and almost a gamified experience. The platform has the capability to configure it all, and I think we're really proud of that.
All right, thanks, Kristy and KK. Now I want to share all of the amazing Gen AI capabilities on mobile that we are releasing in Zurich release. For mobile, we have been doubling down our effort to really reimagine our mobile experience with the power of ServiceNow platform and Now Assist. This is really about offering a more engaging experience for user, increase deflection, and achieve quick time to value for all of our customers. What this really means is we want to make sure that every user can get the answer they need simply by describing their problem or question in different places in our mobile app. We also want to make sure that this is a unified and personalized service to the user, which means all of the data and workflows are augmented with a Now Assist, which is our generative AI offering to engage users whenever they work. So in the following, we will be introducing a lot of Now Assist features across the mobile app. Those are different entry points for users to really start utilizing the Gen AI capabilities within our mobile app. And last but not least, we want to make sure this is not a complicated configuration process for the admins. So we have simplified administrations to make sure that customers or admins can enable Now Assist features on mobile easily. And mobile is just another channel of the overall ServiceNow experience. So we will be demoing a few of the configuration experience as well. So this is just a high-level summary of how mobile is reimagining our experience. Next, I'm going to showcase a few key area of focus we have been investing in, along with the end user demo showcasing how the feature will look like, along with some configuration steps that admin needs to do. The first feature is conversational analysis. This is really to help solve the problem that nowadays user needs to navigate between different screens to get information and perform tasks manually. And now with the help of Now Assist and Gentic AI for a conversational interface on mobile, we are allowing users to interact with Now Assist and AI agents in a conversation or in a workflow so that user can get help to have their complicated multitasks completed by AI agents and Now Assist. What users are getting from this feature is having human-like conversations powered by Now LLM or other models of choice, which will help resolve users' questions and issues very easily. Within the conversational analysis experience, we now also support AI agent integration, which means user can initiate an AI agent from a analysis chat, and that will also help user complete their tasks. So this feature are available starting in Xanadu patch 9, Yokohama patch 6, and Zurich patch 0, and for all of the other family releases version after these. On the screenshot here, the left-hand side showing how now this chat interface will look like on mobile. This is a conversational chat experience, the UI on mobile. Now when user asks a question, user will be getting synthetic responses from Now Assist with action items that user can proceed. And on the left-hand side is how an AI agent can be triggered in the same chat interface. User will be able to trigger AI agent, and they will be able to see all of the steps that AI agent are proceeding or have completed, so user can get a better understanding of how AI agent is helping them solve their tasks. Now I'm going to shift to two quick demos showcasing the Now Assist chat and AI agent and chat experience. The first demo is of Now Assist chat on mobile. So here I have my mobile device on the home page. When a Now Assist chat is configured in the app, user will start to see the sparkle icon on the top right corner next to the people profile icon. So this will be one of the entry points to launch Now Assist chat. In this demo, I'm going to click on this sparkle icon to open the Now Assist chat experience. So clicking on this, user will be greeted, and I'm going to ask for some information about a new developer laptop. Now we can see now this is generating response. We have the dynamic step loader along with the sparkle icon animation. Now the responses are streaming in line by line, which offers a very good user experience. By tapping on View More, user will see the synthesized responses provided by Now Assist. So Now Assist is generating this synthesized response from multiple sources, so user can see a list of sources if they want from this chat interface, or they can click into these hyperlinked inline citations to proceed with their request, or have Now Assist to help submit a request for the user.
And when they click on those, I'm assuming that opens up in the mobile app itself.
When they could click on these are going to continue the conversation with the same chat interface. So we also support conversational catalog request. So traditionally, users have to fill out a very lengthy form to try to request a laptop, but now they can do this easily conversationally within this chat interface. So that Now Assist will be able to help users submit the request so that they don't have to go through the traditional form process anymore.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that is the power, right? That the user isn't going to a KB or a different website. Everything is coming to them, and if there are steps, they can continue on that steps. And I think that's what this conversational experience enables.
Very cool. Very cool. Love it.
All right, next I'm going to showcase a very short demo on how an AI agent will perform and how user can interact with AI agent in Now Assist chat. So here I'm in the same conversational Now Assist chat on mobile. Maybe I just want to gather my scheduled time off for the next 6 weeks and send it to my manager to block those dates. So once user starts send out those prompts, it's going to trigger a pre-configured AI agent within this chat interface. So AI agent will be triggered. User will see all of the steps that AI agent can do. User can try to stop AI agent anytime. So this is a more user control we want to offer, so that user can start AI agent and stop it anytime. Once user stops the AI agent process, they will still be able to see all of the AI agent steps that has been completed. So this is really about giving user the power and the control to initiate and stop AI agent flow whenever they want conversationally. All right, those are the two quick demos showcasing how conversational Now Assist will be helping users solve issues and how user will be interacting Now Assist and AI agent. Next, I want to divert the direction a little bit to the admin side. So enabling conversational Now Assist experience on mobile is a very easy and straightforward ways. Admins can simply enable Now Assist virtual agent on mobile easily through the guided admin setup. So this is available from guided admin setup in Xanadu patch 9, Yokohama patch 6, and Zurich patch 0. Next, I'm going to showcase a quick demo of how to enable Now Assist in Virtual Agent on mobile and showcase how fast that process will be. All right, now I have my guided admin setup on the left-hand side and my mobile screen on the right-hand side. A prerequisite for enabling Now Assist Virtual Agent is you have to have the traditional virtual agent on mobile. So here in the app, you can see a chat icon on the top right corner of the screen. So if I tap on that chat bubble next to "Hello Stacey, admin, welcome" message, this is launching the traditional virtual agent experience. So this is just launching Now support. This is not empowered by Now Assist yet. So to enable Now Assist Virtual Agent, we simply have to go to the guided admin setup. So on this assistance page, you will see all of a list of existing LLM virtual agent assistant record you have. You can either customize one or use the default out of the box records we provide. So here I'm opening the Now Assist Virtual Agent default record. This is the single place where you need to configure the Now Assist in Virtual Agent experience for all of the channels. So getting started, you need to fill out some of the information for your Now Assist AI agent, Now Assist Virtual Agent. You can define all of the Now Assist skills that this assistant can use. And then we're going to move on to the display experience. This is the place where you can define where you want to enable your Now Assist virtual agent. So you can do this for your portal experience, maybe Employee Center or any other service portal pages you have, but then you will see mobile of its own section here. So going to mobile, the enabling Now Assist virtual agent is happening through the chat launcher functions. So you would already have the traditional chat launcher functions configured in mobile. And we just need to simply select that existing chat launcher function and enable the enhanced chat or standard chat experience on mobile, adding here and save and continue. Now I'm going to refresh my mobile app on the right-hand side. And here we will see that the chat bubble turns into a sparkle icon, which indicates that Now Assist VA is now enabled. And tapping on that sparkle icon again, we can see now we are in a conversation with Now Assist, which is a LLM-powered conversational experience user can have. This concludes the demo of configuring Now Assist virtual agent experience on mobile. Again, mobile is only an additional channel and you don't have to do duplicate configurations for mobile. It will be a one-stop shop for enabling Now Assist in virtual agent for different channels, portals, and mobile experience as well.
Yeah, I think the important thing to call out is we do hear from our customers that, hey, why do I need to configure things twice? And I think this is an area where we've invested in to make sure that we are centralizing our Now Assist configurations, and you can provide consistent experiences on web and mobile, which is very important, especially when you look at employee use cases. Uh, and and it's as simple as one click, as Stacey just showed.
Yeah, and if I think back to the origins of mobile on the platform, things have come so far in the time where we started with the mobile experience to where we are today. So I'm always impressed by all the neat stuff that's coming out with mobile and the cool things that we can do with mobile for sure.
Yeah, those are great calls, and yeah, again, this will just ensure you have one assistant configure, and you'll be getting pretty much the same experience on your portal and mobile. And we know this is feature parity is very important for a lot of customers. All right, that is the demo showcasing how to enable conversational analysis experience on mobile just by a simple click from the guided admin setup. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what's coming up for conversational analysis experience on mobile in Q4. So this is a quick Q4 preview of some of the amazing features we are looking forward to releasing very soon. So the first one is prominent entry. As shown in the demo before, the existing virtual agent entry on mobile sometimes can be a little bit confusing and not discoverable by the user because it collapsed in this very small corner of the app. But now we want to offering a more prominent entry for this experience. So we're introducing a prominent entry button in Q4. As shown on the slide here, it's a more prominent action button as part of the navigation bar, which means this will be global and persistent regardless of which screen user is on. They will always have the option to launch analysis from there. And in addition to that, we didn't want to limit this prominent action to only used for analysis or the conversational experience. So customers and admins can also choose to associate any global functions to this button. So for like an agent persona, instead of chat experience, maybe you can use the barcode scanning or submit a request as the primary action that user will take across the app. So this is just giving more flexibility for customers to define what is a really prominent action they want their users to perform throughout the app. The second is voice input. We know voice has been becoming more and more important, so that's why we are also supporting voice input in our Q4 release. So starting in Q4, in our analysis conversational experience, user will start to see a microphone icon as part of the input bar. When they tap on that, this will trigger the voice to text feature within our virtual agent. So we'll be able to do the voice to text one word by one word once user is speaking, and user will be able to send that to analysis instead of typing things. So this will be really useful for users when they try to communicate with analysis, but they have problems typing or they want to just speak to analysis to continue the conversation. So voice input is another big feature that's coming up in Q4. The third one is org chart support. We do support searching for a exact person or employee within our conversational analysis experience. And in Q4, we are adding this org chart support. So when you are searching for a person or employee, now you can view the org chart of that person and see the whole org chart information from the conversational analysis experience. So these are really nice features that's coming up soon, and we will be continuing to add a lot more features into conversational analysis experience on mobile.
I love it. I'm already thinking of ways I can use some of these in C3. So I'm very excited about this. These are great.
All right, so this wraps up the conversational analysis experience. Next, I want to talk more about multimodal on mobile. This is also another hot topic nowadays. So multimodal support is basically to allow users to use other input types in addition to just pure text when interacting with AI. For example, they can use an image or a document to interact with AI. So we are also offering the multimodal support on mobile, also within the conversational analysis experience. So now user can either submit an image or a document to trigger different workflows within the analysis virtual agent experience. Analysis will be able to do image analysis, text extraction, and document comparison for user based on their input. And this feature is available starting in Yokohama patch 6 and Zurich patch 1. Today, we support image input and document input. So for image input, analysis will be able to analyze the information and provide some recommended steps for the user. And for document input, this is going to trigger what we are calling document Q&A, so that user can ask questions to analysis. Analysis will be able to answer questions based on the document that's been uploaded in the conversation. Now I'm going to show the end-to-end user demo of these two to see how multimodal is working on mobile. The first demo is using image input for analysis to do image analysis and recommended steps for the user. So again, I'm going to click on the sparkle icon on the top right corner to start my conversational analysis experience. And from there, I will be able to take a photo and send it to Analysis. Analysis, I can take a photo or upload image directly. So in this demo, I'm going to take a photo of a broken machine and send it to Analysis. Before analyzing, Analysis can ask me to provide a little bit more directions for analyzing the image. And this is where I'm sharing my instructions with Analysis to extract the issue and suggest next steps for me.
Is there any additional training that we need to do for analyzing the photos? Like if I had a very specific use case where I'm taking pictures of, I don't know, like a printer or something, is there anything that I need to do to train it to answer the questions or to address it? Or is that kind of the idea of asking for a prompt after uploading the photo?
Yeah, I think that's an important step. So I think one thing we called out. So what powers this analysis experience is an internal well feature called ServiceNow Lens. What it does, it enables it. So there is some setup involved that we're not showing here right now, but where you are providing some context of this is what you're supposed to do with images. Maybe you if you work in manufacturing and you have specialized equipment, you may need to provide some details about what those equipments are. Unlike a laptop, which is well, everyone is available widely. If you have a specific HVAC machine or a specific machinery, you will need those details. So there is some pre-work, and based on that data, it is training and then answering that information.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and also just on top of that, the ServiceNow Lens will also be able to search through knowledge articles. So as an admin, when you are training the model, you can also upload as many knowledge articles as you can to help analysis to get more context and more like resources to generate the response after it has analyzed the image. So this is the end of this demo. It showcased that Analysis is now detecting an electrical control panel from the image I have uploaded, and it has suggested the next steps for me to how to clean the panel and inspect components. So again, user can easily take a photo, upload an image, and get recommended next steps suggested by Analysis. The next demo is is showcasing the file input. So for file input, user in this demo, I'm still using an image, but based on the different process the user is taken to, Analysis will be able to respond differently with a little bit more information. So in this demo, I'm triggering the conversational analysis again. So the entry point here will be different, but I'm still taking a photo of my keyboard and send it to Analysis. Instead of the ServiceNow Lens we just showed before, here this is actually triggering our document Q&A process. So what document Q&A will do is it will grab the file, including it can be like an image, and it will be analyzing the document. And user can do like a Q&A session with Analysis. So in this case, user will be able to ask questions such as what types of keyboard I have right now, and Analysis will be able to answer that question.
Yeah, I think that another use case to sort of think about would be if you're able to, you have some SOPs or processes, and you're able to upload those and then get answers for that. Instead of having reading the whole manual, you're able to find the specific answers that you're looking for.
That's great because nobody wants to read a whole manual.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, so those are the demos of multimodal experience on mobile. And again, what's coming up in Q4? So in Q4, we are extending our multimodal support to question now. So it's not going to be conversational anymore. So in the screenshot here, we can see if I'm an agent, I'm trying to close my task, but the system is asking me to fill out this form before I can close this. There's just like too much information. I don't know how to fill this out, but I do have an image handy so that I can utilize the same ServiceNow Lens capabilities for analysis to help me fill out the information. So here on the form, I click on this icon to start the ServiceNow Lens process. As part of the process, I'm asked to attach an image or multiple images or files at the same time. And once I click on Start here, ServiceNow Lens will be working to help me fill out this form based on the images I have attached. So now on the form here, question now here, I can see Nowsys has successfully helped me fill out all of these different attachments and number inputs it needed based on the image I submitted so that I don't have to go through those images and trying to find out those numbers on my own. And we will be indicating any AI generated inputs for users to know these are AI generated. They can always choose to review, check for accuracy, or edit before they submit the question now. So this is the multimodal support coming up in Q4 for question nows. All right, the last feature I want to introduce is the Nowsys search experience. The traditional mobile search experience can be very complicated. User has to read through the KB articles and everything to try to do a search. But with Nowsys powered search, now we will be able to have Nowsys to respond to user questions with synthesized, contextual, and actionable answers above our standard search results. And what's more exciting about this is if user is not satisfied with the search results of its own, they can always choose to start a chat, like a conversational experience from the search experience again, if they want to continue the search experience conversationally as user one. And this feature is available starting in Yokohama patch 6 and Zurich patch 9. Again, this is also part of that Nowsys virtual agent configuration. So next, I'm just going to showcase very simple configuration to enable this on mobile. So here, I'm back to that same guided admin setup page and my mobile device. Now I already have my mobile configured with the traditional search experience. So tapping on the search bar here, I can search for something like a laptop, and this is showing me the traditional search results I have. So all of these are just like KB articles I need to read through and try to find information I need for laptop. But how about we turn this into a Nowsys search? Again, I'm back to this same Nowsys and virtual agent configuration and guided admin setup. I'm in the display experience mobile section. Now I just need to configure the mobile search widgets. So I'm going to add my mobile search widgets, which is my home search, and I will turn this into a Nowsys chat experience. So once I click on save and refresh my mobile apps again, now if I search for laptop, we can see that above the center search results, now there is a sparkle icon section that's loading. So this is Nowsys generating response for user, and I can click on show more to extend all of these synthesized responses I need, and I can click into any of these citations. Or for example, I'm going to click into this development laptop, and this is going to ask me to request and form, and for some actions, we allow user to open the chat, and I can easily click on ask a follow-up. This is going to take me to my Nowsys conversation directly for me to continue the search experience. We also have another Nowsys search mode that admin can configure. So for the same search widget configuration, admin can can enable this, allow the search bar to open into a chat experience directly. So once I apply this and do save and continue, this is basically turning the search bar into a entry point for our Now virtual agent conversation. So if I search for laptop now, instead of showing me the search results on the search page, now the search bar will be able to launch Now virtual agent for me to continue the search experience in the chat if that one. So these are two different options that customer can use for the Now search experience on mobile. All right, so this concludes all of the amazing features we're shipping for analysis capabilities in Q4. Next, I'm gonna hand back to KK to talk more about mobile input forms and SDK.
Yeah. Thanks, Stacey. Right. After talking about I think next we're going to be talking about mobile input forms. We know that mobile input forms are the primary way our customers use in the mobile app to, create new tasks, edit existing records, or fill out questionnaires and surveys. At the same time, we've also been hearing from our customers that, they want to support more data, more complex workflows inside these input forms, but they don't want to give up on the user experience, the simple and easy to use user experience that exists today. I think let's take a look at how these Zurich enhancements handle this balance of driving new experiences but not adding complexity in the experience. So there are a few enhancements we've added in Zurich. This follows on with our investment in mobile input forms in the Yokohama release as well. The first one on a call out is multi-page insights. When questionnaires are very long, we have customers with 200 plus questions, 10 to 12 pages. It can be a chore to understand all the different pages that are there, what is progress been made on each of them, and be able to move through them. And multi-page insights enables that. We have a new slider input, which provides more visual and quicker guidance to enter numeric values versus our current number experience that exists today. Third, as our customers are adding more text, more guidance, more visuals inside the mobile input form as context, we want to give them more control on how these are, added. And mobile cards provide that UX flexibility. We already support mobile cards outside the app, but now you're able to support that inside the input form as well. Finally, we've heard from admins that they want more control on what attachment options are made available uh, to the end users. Sometimes they want users to take a new picture. Other times they want you to upload an existing image. And you can now enable all of these without writing complex scripts and validations with simple configurations. Let's take a look at how that plays out with a quick demo. Yes, so here I am on a task record, and I'm going to be opening an input form that I've configured. First thing you notice is this input form has multiple pages, and you can see them with the page menu. With a single click, I can move to any page. I can move forward or backward as needed. On the page menu, you can see how many inputs are there at each page and what is the progress made. So if you have multiple pages, it's very easy to quickly navigate between them and also realize which are the areas you need to work more in. This becomes even more important when you pair this with our previous enhancements where you're able to save your progress in the input form without submitting them. So now you're completing tasks and questionnaires across shifts and are able to pick up from where you left off last. Next, let's take a look at the new slider input. In this screen, I've configured many different variations to highlight the different capabilities we have. You can have a simple slider with a min and max range, and the numbers are entering in integer values. And at the same time, you can have a slider with a float value, and you can see how easy it is that as you move the slider, the number values get updated. You can also add certain checks on the steps, the numbers being in specific increments. So if your numbers are always entered in fives and tens value, you can apply those with this check without having the user to manually go and enter these numbers there as well. Finally, a slider can also be visual, so you can give your users instant guidance on the numbers they're entering, if this is within range, outside range, correct value, incorrect value, and it helps users understand what they're filling and what the overall implication is. The third announcement we're going to talk about, which is the smarter attachments control. As you can see here, I have set up many different attachment options, and each of them has different options in front of them. Out of the box, we support, when you set up an attachment field, we support three different options. You can take a picture from the camera, you can upload an existing picture from the gallery, or you can upload documents in your file systems. With the new enhancement, you can control which of these three, all, combination of two, or only one is made available to the end users. This gives admin more control on the attachments and matches it to the use case at hand. Next, I wanted to show a quick walkthrough of how you could configure this. And yeah, and for that, let's move to our mobile app builder.
And while you're doing that, I really like how the forms on the mobile are very kind of playbook like. So if you think about playbooks in the workspace or whatever, it's got all your different steps and all the different pieces that need to be completed on that part of the form, which leads me to my next question. Is there support for playbooks in the mobile app, or is that a thing already, or that I've missed, or is that something that's a plan?
The short answer is yes, we do support playbooks. I think we have for a while. So how I triggered these forms from a record, you can trigger playbooks from a record, and vice versa as well. So we do support that. uh, and I think the inputs from mirroring playbooks, I think that is a important thing, because I think that is what he's seeing as well, in sense that we are now supporting more complex workflows. These are not linear flows with one page with five inputs, right? You fill one section and second section becomes visible or hidden, and that's the type of complexity we're seeing from our customer use cases, and we're enabling in these tools.
Very cool. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So yes, a quick walkthrough on the configuration side, because I know that is important when somebody is using these, right? So I am in the mobile app builder. I'm in the input form that I've set up. First thing you notice, I'll scroll down at the section. There are different pages that have been defined, right? This is the automatic trigger for the new page menu progress UX that you saw. As you add more pages, all of them get added into them, and no additional work is required. There is an option to hide them if you do not want to use this, but by default we will show the page menu when uh, there are more than one pages defined. Next, let's take a look at the slider input. These are all the different inputs I have set up. I'm going to click into one of them. So first thing you'll notice is it is of the type number. So that is an existing input, no change there. But how we differentiate between a traditional number and this new slider UX is if we scroll down and go to the input attributes section. Now these input attributes, as always, are optional attributes. What you define determines how this input behaves, and what controls are applied on this. In this case, we set the render type to slider, hence the UX slider. We set a min and max value. These can be increased. The min and max value can be positive, negative. And since we want to have the number be an integer, so it is getting added as an info step size is true, and the increment has been set as 1. So you will go from 0 to 1 to 3 to 4 versus 1.5 or 2.5. You can play around with these input attributes, and based on that your UX will get defined. Okay, let's go back to the input form, and then just one last thing I want to showcase is the new attachment controls. uh, Same as before, these are all the different attachment options. We're going to open one of them, First thing, the input type remains attachment, so nothing new there. It is exactly how you set up your attachments today. But now, if you want to hide certain options, we have this new attribute called hidden attachment sources, and you can provide a comma separated value of all different options that you want to hide. Remember, we support camera, files, and gallery. That is the three that are available out of the box, and you can hide one or two of them. And in this case, because the use case is that I want users to always take a new photo versus using an old one, you can now do that by hiding all the other two options.
Is there a prompt or anything there that tells you what values are available to add to that? Or is that something that I need to like refer to docs for? Or
At this
where would I find
point, yeah, at this point, this is document based because these are three values. But yes, I think we continue to look to simplify the admin experience, and that is, I think, probably a good idea for us to automatically limit the values that are available. Okay. Yeah, so this sort of concludes the walkthrough of the mobile forms. I think what I do want to call out is, as you can see, we continue to add new capabilities that are supporting complex workflows, but maintaining the simplicity and of the UX that is available in the customers like, right? And by reducing the number of clicks or making things faster, specifically repeated actions, I think our aim is this will help drive the agent productivity, and that's what the Zurich enhancement is doing as well. You know and yeah, just to drill the point, this is available in Zurich family release, so anyone who's has Zurich release onwards will get access to all these features as well. Now this brings us to the last topic, mobile SDK. Now, before I talk about what mobile SDK is, I think I want to take a second and just make sure I understand who is this for. First, I think it's important to understand the difference between the mobile apps and the mobile SDK product. So, as I mentioned at the start of the session, ServiceNow has their own iOS and Android mobile apps, the Agent one and the Now mobile apps, right? These mobile apps are primarily defined for customers that want to deploy mobile, don't already have any apps, and want to do this in a low code or no code manner. For them, mobile apps is the right solution, where they can quickly use our pre-built solutions, modify them as needed, and then deploy it within their organization. For most of ServiceNow customers, we expect ServiceNow mobile apps is the right solution, and that's what they use. Now, at the same time, we've heard from some customers that already have an existing app in the organization. They even have an internal iOS and Android development team that develops and maintains these apps. They don't really want to create and deploy and manage one more app in their organization. They would much rather to bring in ServiceNow capabilities inside their own custom built app. And for that set of customer, mobile SDK is the product. So this is that's why the first step I wanted to highlight, like, is why we have mobile apps and mobile SDK. And I think that's important distinction to understand as we go deeper into the session here. Next, in terms of what this mobile SDK is doing, it's bringing the power of the Now platform within the customer's third-party apps, right? So the mobile SDK allows app developers to access ServiceNow APIs and data directly from their iOS and Android apps. They can use that to showcase KB articles developed on the ServiceNow instance, catalog items developed on the ServiceNow instance, even self-service experience like chat and Now Assist chat that Stacey highlighted can be added to a company's third-party app without having to deploy the ServiceNow mobile app. This gives them, obviously this requires development work. That's why I called out that you will need iOS and Android developers to build, develop, integrate, do all that work. But at the same time, it gives you control on the app experience, full control on the app experience. It gives you control on your branding, and it lets you deploy ServiceNow within your existing app without having to maintain multiple of those. That's what the mobile SDK enables, for the customers that do need this. Now, in terms of features and what's new in Zurich, let's talk about that. Prior to Zurich, mobile SDK has existed, but you would need to be specifically whitelisted to be able to use this product. Starting in Zurich, anyone with Pro and Enterprise license will have access to mobile SDK by default. uh, Mobile SDK, has further sub products within it. What it lets you do is, first, it lets you bring in ServiceNow data inside your mobile app. Think think your cases that you have created, and you want to highlight and showcase those in your custom app. Or even the chat experience can be added and embedded into your app, so you can provide a self-service experience to your employees without them having to leave their app, log into a ServiceNow environment, and all of that is handled with the SDK. You can bring in your web pages like KBs and service portals and open them in the app. You can use the ServiceNow push notification service. So, for example, when your cases proceed or something's require your attention, you can use ServiceNow's push service to generate these push notifications and show it to your end users. Finally, all the flow that I just mentioned, we can support them in authenticated users and even for guest users. And we have specific controls on reducing the content for guest users versus showing full access for authenticated users. And you can use that using the mobile SDK product. What this ends up delivering is engaging experiences in the app that the customer is already using, because you own the mobile app, you decide how these experiences are built, right? You can build complete experiences including our chat experiences and build that without requiring all the work that you would if you're doing it on your own. That's the complexity and the value the mobile SDK is offering. And last point on this one is, for those that are interested, how do we get started in this mobile SDK? First, mobile SDK is an app available on ServiceNow Store. Anyone wanting to use this will have to go and install that. And like I said earlier, you will require Pro or Enterprise license to be able to use that. Second, because this is a Pro Code product, you will need to integrate the mobile SDK into your iOS and Android app, and those libraries are available on the ServiceNow store as well. We have developer guides that can walk you through, how to integrate different ServiceNow capabilities and where you can download the latest uh, files from, and those are all available there. Finally, these developer guides also include a sample app that we built out, which includes code examples for integrating all the ServiceNow mobile SDK capabilities into your app. So we built experiences on how to show KBs, how do you pull data from ServiceNow, how to use push notifications, and you can use those code examples to mimic and create your own experiences at hand. Yeah. So yeah, that concludes the call out for the mobile SDK.
Excellent. So if I was a developer, KK, and I wanted to get started using the mobile SDK, you mentioned there was a whole variety of resources available to me as a developer. Are all of those available on the store or somewhere else I need to go to see the reference guides and get that app?
Yeah. So store is where you download the scope plugin and the libraries, but our product documentation has the developer guide. I have linked it out in the slides, but we can share it out as well.
Yeah.
These are available in the product documentation as well.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll make sure to put that in the description of the video too, so people can click on those as they're watching.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So I think that concludes the planned agenda items for today.
All right. Well, thank you, KK and Stacey. That was amazing. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some of those really cool tools that are coming to Zurich. We also have more Zurich episodes of Creator Toolbox coming or that are already out. So make sure that you check our content calendar that's posted on our community channel. But yeah, thanks to everybody, and we'll see you next time.